Giants of the Animal Kingdom. Coming up at 10, a sight so baffling, it has stunned scientists and thrilled the internet alike. Cameras have captured what many believe could be the legendary chupacabra, a creature long thought to exist only in folklore. But that's not all. Jaw-dropping footage from across the globe shows animals so massive, they defy imagination. Picture this. A jellyfish so enormous, it dwarfs even the mighty blue whale. A rabbit bigger than a grown human. A Komodo dragon larger than the dinosaurs we once thought extinct. These are not myths. These are not CGI fabrications. These are real colossal creatures that have shocked the world and rewritten what we thought we knew about the natural order. Tonight, we take you on a journey deep into the jungles, across the frozen Arctic, beneath the surface of vast oceans, and into hidden sanctuaries where nature's giants walk, swim, and rule the earth. Stay tuned as we unveil the 20 most extraordinary animals ever caught on camera. Meet Odin, the Liger King. Born in 2010, Odin is no ordinary big cat. Standing a jaw-dropping 11 feet tall on his hind legs and weighing between 700 to 800 pounds, Odin lives at the Endangered Animal Rescue Sanctuary in Florida. Odin is a liger, the hybrid offspring of a male lion and a female tiger. And ligers are famous for something remarkable: hybrid vigor. This genetic advantage allows them to grow larger than either of their parents. But Odin is more than just big. Unlike lions, he actually loves the water, a trait he inherited from his tiger bloodline. You'll often find him swimming in lakes and ponds, a majestic sight of golden fur rippling beneath the surface. Despite his enormous size and terrifying appearance, Odin has a surprisingly gentle temperament. Less aggressive than both lions and tigers, he has captured the hearts of keepers and visitors alike. And his appetite? Enormous. Odin consumes up to 20 pounds of raw meat per day, the kind of diet needed to sustain a giant of his stature. Odin isn't just a liger, he is a living reminder of how nature sometimes creates beings that seem to step out of myth and legend. The giant of the deep, lion's mane jellyfish. Drifting silently in the icy waters of the North Atlantic and Arctic Oceans is one of the most mysterious giants of the sea, the lion's mane jellyfish. With a bell that can reach 7.5 feet across and tentacles stretching 120 feet long, longer than a blue whale, it is the largest jellyfish species known to science. Imagine being in the water when one of these appears, their glowing, tangled tentacles floating like an alien creature from another world. But beauty comes with danger. Each of those tentacles is armed with thousands of stinging cells capable of paralyzing small fish and plankton. Even after death, the tentacles can sting, a chilling reminder of their deadly design. The lion's mane jellyfish isn't a skilled hunter. Instead, it drifts along, carried by the ocean currents, a floating giant waiting for prey to drift into its living net. Encounters are rare, but when spotted, its size leaves an unforgettable mark on divers and sailors alike. Meet Romulus, the world's largest donkey. In 2013, the world met Romulus, the tallest donkey ever recorded. Standing 5 feet 8 inches at the shoulder and weighing a staggering 1,300 pounds, Romulus is part of the American mammoth jackstock breed, originally developed for strength and size. Romulus isn't just a record breaker, he's taller than most humans. His massive frame made him a beloved star in Adrian, Michigan, where he captured global attention. His gentle and easygoing nature made him a favorite at fairs and gatherings, often towering over his human admirers. Raised with care alongside his sibling Remus, the two donkeys became inseparable. Romulus represents not only the size and power of his breed, but also the gentle charm of giants. Lolong, the Titan crocodile. In 2011, deep in the marshes of the Philippines, villagers captured something that looked like a prehistoric monster. His name? Lolong. At 20.24 feet long and weighing over 2,300 pounds, Lolong was the largest crocodile ever captured. Even seasoned experts, like crocodile specialist Dr. Adam Britton, were stunned by his immense size. Lolong's capture sparked global conversations about conservation. He was suspected of attacking villages, leading locals to relocate him for safety. Though he represented danger, he also became a symbol of awe, the embodiment of the raw power of ancient reptiles. Sadly, Lolong passed away in 2013 due to stress and illness. Today, his preserved body rests at the Philippine National Museum, a monument to one of the greatest animal titans ever seen. The Komodo dragon, apex predator of Indonesia. On the rugged islands of Indonesia lives the largest lizard in the world, the Komodo dragon. The biggest ever recorded stretched 10.3 feet long and weighed over 366 pounds. With razor-sharp teeth, venomous saliva, and unmatched stealth, these lizards are apex predators, capable of taking down deer, wild boar, and even water buffalo. Their hunting method is chilling. With one venomous bite, they infect their prey's bloodstream, preventing clotting. Then, with patience and precision, they follow the wounded animal for miles until it collapses. Their keen sense of smell allows them to detect carrion from nearly 4 miles away. Living in one of the world's harshest environments, Komodo dragons have become masters of survival, proof that the age of dragons never truly ended. Zeus, the towering Great Dane. From predators to pets, meet Zeus, the Great Dane from Texas who held the Guinness World Record as the tallest living dog in 2022. Standing 3 feet 5 inches at the shoulder and much taller when standing on his hind legs, Zeus was often mistaken for a horse during neighborhood walks. Weighing over 200 pounds, he ate 12 cups of food per day and drank from the kitchen sink. His water bowl was never big enough. Despite his size, Zeus was known for his quirky and gentle nature. He loved visiting the Dallas Farmers Market, where he became a local celebrity. Tragically, Zeus passed away in 2023 from illness, but his legacy as the gentle giant of dogs lives on in the hearts of millions. Deep Blue, the Queen of Sharks. In 2014, marine biologists off Guadalupe Island, Mexico encountered something they could hardly believe. A 20-foot-long, 2.5-ton great white shark named Deep Blue. At nearly 60 years old, she is considered one of the largest great white sharks ever filmed. Her massive frame, distinct scars, and calm demeanor stunned divers, who swam alongside her and captured extraordinary footage. Deep Blue shattered myths about sharks being mindless killers. She swam peacefully, often allowing divers to touch her fins. Her size suggests she may have been pregnant, further adding to her incredible bulk. Footage of Deep Blue has since gone viral worldwide, cementing her status as the most famous great white shark in history. The gigantic polar bear, king of the Arctic. In 1960, near Alaska's Kotzebue Sound, hunters discovered a polar bear so massive it remains unmatched to this day. Weighing 2,209 pounds and standing over 11 feet tall on its hind legs, it was taller than a basketball hoop and as heavy as a small car. Polar bears are already the largest land carnivores on Earth, but this record-breaking individual defied all expectations. With the ability to smash through thick sea ice and swim miles in freezing waters, polar bears are perfectly adapted to the Arctic's unforgiving environment. This colossal specimen wasn't just an apex predator, it was the very embodiment of Arctic survival, strength, and dominance, the untamed Earth. Soft ambient music, sweeping drone shots of forests, oceans, deserts. Welcome, adventurers, to another thrilling expedition into the heart of the wild. Today, we unravel the mysteries of nature's greatest titans, creatures so massive, so powerful, and so extraordinary that they have inspired both fear and fascination for centuries. From the inky depths of the Pacific Ocean, where an octopus as big as a car plots in silence, to the parched deserts of Australia, where kangaroos the size of men battle for dominance, to rivers where catfish longer than humans stalk in shadows. These are not just animals. They are living legends, rulers of their realms, and proof of Earth's untamed brilliance. So grab your gear, smash that like button, drop a comment with the creature that shocks you most, and don't forget to subscribe, because this is Vendor and Wildlife, where the wild comes alive. Octopus, the giant Pacific octopus, mastermind of the deep. Underwater shots, eerie deep-sea tones. Beneath the cold, rocky seafloor of the Pacific Northwest, hides a creature of legend, the giant Pacific octopus. Stretching over 30 feet across and weighing up to 600 pounds, it is the largest octopus in the world. But its size is only half the story. This is an animal of astonishing intelligence. It can unscrew jars, solve puzzles, escape enclosures, and even wield tools. Aquariums around the world tell stories of octopuses that sneak out of their tanks at night, cross the floor, raid fish tanks for food, and return before morning, leaving no evidence of their midnight heist. Armed with 2,000 suction cups, each lined with sensitive receptors, and the ability to camouflage in a fraction of a second, this creature is both hunter and ghost. But even giants have fragile destinies. The giant Pacific octopus lives for just 3 to 5 years. A female will guard her eggs for months, refusing to eat, until she dies, a final act of sacrifice to ensure the next generation. She is a mother, a hunter, a genius, and a reminder that the ocean still holds secrets beyond imagination. Wolf face, wolves of Yellowstone, shadows in the forest. Footage of wolves running through snow. When wolves were reintroduced to Yellowstone National Park in the 1990s, something remarkable happened. The park came alive again. Wolves, once exterminated, returned as architects of balance. By preying on elk, they allowed forests to regrow, rivers to shift, and birds and beavers to thrive once more. One of the most famous was a black wolf photographed by Siddharth Gandhi, who stood in silent awe as the animal gazed back at him, untamed, unbroken, a true shadow of the wild. To see a wolf is to glimpse both power and mystery. Feared by some, worshipped by others, wolves are not monsters. They are guardians of the wilderness. Rabbit, Darius and Jeff, the giant rabbits. Cozy farm footage, playful music. Meet Darius, the rabbit that shocked the world. At over 4 feet long and nearly 50 pounds, Darius holds the record as the largest rabbit ever recorded. His daily meals? A mountain of carrots, apples, and hay, costing his owner nearly $7,500 every year. But his son, Jeff, is hot on his heels, already growing to rival his father. Together, they're gentle giants that prove sometimes the most surprising legends of the wild are the softest ones. Rooster, the Brahma chicken, king of poultry. Footage of giant roosters in a farmyard. Standing nearly 30 inches tall, with roosters weighing up to 18 pounds, the Brahma chicken has earned the title of poultry royalty. Originally bred in America, they became famous not only for their size, but also their calm, almost regal temperament. To farmers, they are more than livestock, they are companions, protectors, and living reminders of how humans and animals have evolved together. Fish, the colossal catfish of the Rhone. Fishermen wrestling with massive fish. In 2024, fisherman Yoï Grissendi pulled a monster from the depths of the Rhone River in France, an 8.5-foot catfish, weighing more than 250 pounds. Known as Welsh catfish, these aquatic giants thrive in murky waters, growing longer than the average human. With gaping jaws and insatiable appetites, they've been known to swallow ducks, pigeons, and even small dogs. For centuries, they've fueled river myths of water demons and lake monsters. But the truth may be even stranger, the giants are real and they're still out there. The mighty red kangaroo, desert gladiator. Dramatic slow-motion footage of kangaroos boxing. In the heart of Australia, under burning desert suns, stands the red kangaroo, the largest of its kind. Males can reach 7 feet tall and weigh more than 200 pounds. Their hind legs are like coiled springs, launching them 30 feet in a single leap. Their tails, thick and muscular, act as a fifth limb, strong enough to support their body weight. But what makes them truly legendary is their fighting spirit. Males engage in brutal boxing matches, balancing on their tails while delivering kicks powerful enough to disembowel rivals. They are warriors of the outback, survivors of drought, and symbols of endurance. Bareface, Brody the Kodiak bear. Footage of massive brown bears in Alaska. Born in 1995, Brody the Kodiak bear grew into a legend, weighing nearly 1,500 pounds. Appearing in movies and wildlife shows, Brody educated millions about the importance of conservation. But behind the fame was a creature of extraordinary presence, a living bridge between humans and the wild. Kodiak bears remain among the largest carnivores on Earth, capable of standing over 10 feet tall when upright. Majestic, powerful, and surprisingly intelligent, they remind us of nature's raw might. Gono the giant African snail. Footage of giant snails crawling across leaves. It may not roar or leap, but in Sierra Leone, Gono the snail broke records, nearly 16 inches long and weighing over 2 pounds. Unlike their garden cousins, giant African snails consume more than 500 different plants, and even gnaw at plaster and concrete for calcium. But beware, when introduced outside Africa, they become invasive destroyers, ravaging crops and ecosystems. Proof that even the smallest giants can leave the biggest mark. Blowfish, the freshwater stingray of the Mekong. Footage of fishermen hauling stingray with scientists. In 2022, scientists confirmed the largest freshwater fish ever caught, a 661-pound giant stingray in Cambodia's Mekong River. Stretching nearly 13 feet long, this behemoth was tagged and released, carrying a vital message: the Mekong is alive, but under threat. Overfishing, dams, and pollution could silence its giants forever. But for now, the stingray glides, a silent guardian of the river. Hamsterface, the capybara, king of calm. Relaxing footage of capybaras soaking in hot springs. Weighing nearly 200 pounds, the capybara is the world's largest rodent, and one of its most beloved. Social, gentle, and endlessly patient, capybaras form herds that lounge together, swim together, and even nap with other animals, from birds to crocodiles. They are living symbols of peace, proving that size and strength can walk hand in hand with calm and harmony. Frogface, the Goliath frog. Close-up shots of giant frogs in rivers. Deep in Cameroon's rainforest lives the Goliath frog, the largest frog in the world, weighing up to 7 pounds. These amphibian giants do something astonishing. They engineer ponds, moving rocks to create safe spaces for their eggs. Not only enormous, but resourceful, a frog that builds, protects, and ensures the survival of its kind. Pig, Big Bill, the largest pig in history. Archival farm footage. In 1933, a pig named Big Bill set an untouchable record, 2,552 pounds and over 9 feet long. He was so massive that farmers had to reinforce his pen with iron beams. Tragically, his size made life difficult, and he died young, a reminder that sometimes, humanity's push for extremes comes at a cost. But his name lives on in farming lore, unmatched to this day. Crocodile, the monster crocodile of the Zambezi. Dark, suspenseful music, river footage. For generations, stories spread of a monster lurking in the Zambezi River, a crocodile so huge it could swallow cattle whole. When finally killed, the beast measured beyond belief, cementing the tales as more than myth. Crocodiles are true survivors, unchanged for over 200 million years, and still apex predators today. How many more giants still lurk unseen in remote rivers? Perhaps we'll never know. Lizard, monitor lizards, the bold invaders. Footage of monitors climbing walls, entering homes. Across Asia, monitor lizards, some stretching nearly 10 feet long, are leaving jungles for cities. They raid markets, invade homes, and climb walls like reptiles from another age. With claws like daggers and a snake-like tongue, they strike fear into anyone who crosses their path. Some nations now train hunters to humanely capture them, proving that coexisting with giants requires adaptation on both sides. Monkey, Texas wild monkeys. Footage of macaques running along rooftops. Yes, even America has its wild legends. In Texas, colonies of snow monkeys, descended from escapees decades ago, roam freely. Mischievous, clever, and bold, they raid farms, block roads, and confound locals. Efforts to control them have cost millions, but they've become part of Texas' untamed story. Small, but powerful in impact, a reminder that legends of the wild aren't always massive, sometimes they're simply unexpected. Globe showing Europe-Africa closing, the wild within. Emotional music, montage of all creatures. From the silent genius of the octopus, to the desert gladiator kangaroos, to the legends of rivers and forests, these are not just animals. They are reminders that Earth still breathes wildness. That beyond our cities and screens, giants roam, myths live, and nature writes stories more incredible than fiction. So tell us, which of these giants amazed you most? The monster catfish? The mighty red kangaroo? Or perhaps the wolf that shapes landscapes? Speech balloon, drop your answer in the comments below, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to Vendor&Wildlife for more journeys into the untamed. Until next time, explorers, stay curious, stay wild, and never stop seeking the legends of nature. Loudspeaker end screen callout. Thanks for watching Vendor&Wildlife, your gateway to the untamed world. Subscribe now and join our family of explorers.